habla con el siguiente. Sí, ¿qué es lo que me va a
In this video, I'll show you how to record your screen with OBS. And then for the FPS, if you don't know what that means it's basically frames per second. And this is going to determine sort of the smoothness of your video. So if your computer is powerful enough, then I definitely recommend using 60. However, if it's a lower spec computer, use 30 and it doesn't really matter. And then for the FPS, if you don't know what that means it's basically frames per second. So because of a 1440p monitor, I have mine set to 1440, but 1080p is going to be fine for most people, so you could always go and set it to like that. And if you have different resolutions set here, then what you can do is use a downscale filter, but it doesn't really matter. Just go and choose a recording path, and this is essentially where the file is going to be saved. So yeah, I have it saved into my screen recording folder. You can choose wherever you want it to be. Then you can go and choose a screen recording, go and tap on it to go and view all the options, and personally I use high quality medium file size. What's important to know is as well as the file size being bigger, it's also going to be a bit more intense for your computer, so it's going to need sort of more processing power, sort of, you know, make your computer lag more potentially. So yeah, high quality medium file size is going to be fine. Recording format, I like to use MP4 because it's the most compatible, but of course you could go and use any others. And then for the encoder, I like to use the NVENC HEVC. Now this is because I have an NVIDIA graphics card, so if you don't have these hardware options, then you can go and use the software X264. And then once you've made any changes, go to the bottom right and go and tap on apply like so. Then come to audio, because this is quite important. Firstly, make sure you've got your desktop audio set to default or the output you use. Personally, I use the speakers, Realtek R Audio. And then you can come down to the mic and make sure you go and set the correct mic. That's really important because otherwise you won't be heard. And then go and tap apply in the bottom right. You can add more mics if you want, but honestly, these two ones are the main things. Then come down to video, and now this is quite important. So first we've got the base canvas resolution, and that is what this sort of area is here. This is the canvas, and then we've got the output, which is actually what is going to be recorded in the file. So because of a 1440p monitor, I have mine set to 1440, but 1080p is going to be fine for most people, so you could always go and set it to like that. You can't be able to hear you because it's too loud. So then you can go and tap on start record to there. And that's it, guys. You can go and add more. What you can do is come to the... So now that we've gone and set the settings up, let's actually go and get into recording. So the next thing we need to do is go and add a source. So that's going to be something like your computer screen or a webcam or something like that. So to do that, tap on the add source button in the bottom left like so, and then choose what you want to go and add. I personally just like to add a whole display, but you could add a game capture or even a window capture as well at the bottom for like a specific window, but a display capture just records